Hello guys, welcome back to Bull and Watch channel, and today I want to make an update video about my ownership with Black Bay GMT. Here in front of us we have this TUDOR Black Bay GMT that I have owned for about 5 to 6 months. Been using it daily on a daily basis, and today I just want to make an update. Well, it's not gonna be a review, but it's just gonna be an update, about what I feel after 5 to 6 months using it. And then today I also want to tell you guys that actually I will sell this watch. This is why I want to make this video, just for my memory. So then when I miss this watch after I sell it, then I can always go back to this video and look at it again, to admire its beauty, but also at the same time giving you an update, what I feel about the watch after using it for like about a few months. And okay, let's start with basically a mini review. But before I do that, please guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you like watches, please go ahead and go click subscribe button, so you will get notification if I upload new video into this channel. So after I bought this watch at the beginning of the year, so in January. So it's been now what, 5 months now, almost 6 months, and I can say after 5 months using this watch, I will say that this watch is really great, guys. If you like this watch, this one truly gets my recommendation. And let me tell you something, the reason why I say that is because I think this watch offers so much value. I think I touched on that when I reviewed this watch. By the way, if you want to check out the review of this watch, I actually made a review about this watch. Go ahead to my channel and check out the review that I made for this watch. But let me just reiterate what I said on the review. This one has so much value, and the reason is because I feel that at this point of time, I think we don't even have to say it again. Rolex, the price is crazy, right? Especially for Rolex Pepsi, and this one resemble Rolex Pepsi, this TUDOR Pepsi, right? And I think if you cannot afford Rolex Pepsi, I think this is a strong contender. Let me explain why. Because in terms of design, I think you get similar design, and in my opinion, without bias, if we don't look at the brand TUDOR, Rolex, we don't care. I actually personally I like this one better. The blue on this TUDOR Black Bay GMT is darker, which is sportier in my opinion compared to Rolex Pepsi, and it's also in terms of movement, I don't think you compromise. I mean, this is a strong movement that TUDOR has here. It has issue when they release it for the first time, but I think it's overblown in terms of the date issue. I never had problem with mine, and TUDOR now offer 5 years warranty, so if you want to get one, I don't think you will have issue with date. And then after using it for like 5 months, this one, the accuracy is still strong. It's still strong. I mean, with my copy here, I gain about 2 seconds in a day, and if I leave it over the weekend, I will get about 3 seconds. So it's very good. Yeah, it may not be as accurate as my Rolex. I used to have Rolexes, and they gain about 1 to 2 seconds. So yeah, okay. There's a little bit of difference in terms of accuracy. Rolex is slightly more accurate, but this one is still accurate as hell. 2 to 3 seconds. It's not really, guys. It's not a deal breaker. And then the only thing that I can say TUDOR is lacking in when I compare it to Rolex is, and this is based on my experience, guys, as owner of Rolex previously. I used to own Rolex previously, right? I can tell you based on my my experience with both brands, is that the only thing that I can say TUDOR is lacking against its big brother is the proportion. So let me explain a little bit here. This one has 41 millimeter. That one is nice. 41 is okay. Even Rolex now, the trend is like they're going bigger, from 40, 41, 42. Rolex Submariner right now is 41. But you see the thickness, This one is pretty thick. This one is 15 millimeter here, the thickness of this TUDOR Black Bay GMT. So and I touch on this issue when I review this watch. So if you buy this watch and you put it on, you're gonna feel it. You know, the thickness is there, you see. But actually it's not really a big deal. All you gotta do is you just gotta get used to the thickness, because with me, after I use this, you know, the first 1 week, 2 weeks, yeah, I didn't feel that comfortable. But after using it for a while, actually I grew to like it. I feel like there's like that heft, you know, on my wrist, and I you know, I like it after a while. So maybe after you buy this, if you want to buy this watch, I just want to highlight this issue to you. If you don't like tech watch, I mean, that may be a problem, but trust me, I mean, you just gotta get used to it, okay? The first few weeks for me, the first few weeks using this watch, I didn't feel that comfortable, but then after a while, I get used to it. And matter of fact, right now, I actually kind of like a little bit of thick watch, you know, thick, you know, slightly thicker watch, you know, like this. It's fine, you know, because you know, even though this one is a little bit thick, you know, at 15 millimeter, but actually in terms of diameter, it's small. It's 41 millimeter. It's not like thickness of 15 millimeter, but then the diameter is like 44, 45, or 43 millimeter. But this one is still a relatively small watch, 41 millimeter for modern standard, okay? So 41 millimeter with 15 millimeter thickness, the proportion is, I would say, it's not way off, okay? So that's the only knock against this TUDOR, okay? That it's slightly thicker. This is why, in my personal opinion, I think the best TUDOR model at this point is gonna be TUDOR Black Bay 58, okay? Because that's thin at like 12 millimeter, if I'm not wrong. And then the diameter is also very classic. It's 39 millimeter. So I think it's perfect. So I'm gonna sell this watch, guys, today. There's someone who is interested in buying this. I'm gonna sell it. And all I want to say is that I've been using it for like 5 months now, almost 6 months. I don't have any complaints. I actually like this watch, guys, and the thickness doesn't bother me at all. And you probably ask me, then why you want to sell it? And the reason is because so in this kind of like mini review, I want to say that it's not because I don't like the watch. I'm a watch enthusiast, so I like to try, you know, many different watches, and there's so many watches out there, guys, that I would like to try on, and I would like to own. But the thing is, this is an expensive hobby, so I cannot just like keep on buying, just buy. No, it doesn't work that way. So I gotta let this one go, recoup some money, and then use that money to try on different watch. There's so many watches out there I would like to try. I still haven't tried, you know, like Breitling, Panerai, and for me, the experience in owning a watch is different than, you know, just go to the boutique, you know, try it on, you know, for like 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's different. I want to buy a watch, own it for, you know, some time, you know, bond with the watch. I think that I want to experience the watch, and that's what I want to do. And in order to do that, I need to let this one go, guys, because, you know, this is expensive. I mean, I cannot just like, okay, keep this one, get another one, experience new watch, you know, every time, anytime I want. No, it doesn't work that way. I don't have that kind of money. So I let this one go, and someone is interested in buying. Okay, so I'm gonna let it, I think he offered pretty you know, decent price. I'm not gonna take like too much hit, so I'm gonna let this one go, and then when I get the money, I want to experience. I want to try different watches out there. You know, there's so many watches out there that I'm interested in. Even though right now I want to say that watch market is a little bit tricky, because you know, a lot of things have gone up. So it's kind of hard for me at this point, I gotta be honest, to find value. So if I sell this watch, I don't even know at this point like what I'm gonna get next. You know, a few brands pop up in my mind, but I'm still not sure like what I want to get. But it's okay. I think the journey of watch collecting, the journey, you know, my journey in this hobby is, I think the fun is when I lust over a piece, you see, like when I do the hunting. I think that's the most exciting part, you know, after you own it. You know, after a few weeks, you know, you know, the you know, the it is, I mean, it doesn't feel sexy anymore, you know what I mean? Like after, you know, the when I hunt for a piece, when I hunt for a good value in the market, you know, I think that's when the excitement kicks in, you know. But after I own the piece, you know, you know, uh, the 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 fun just doesn't really last that long anymore. You know. Yeah, so yeah, the novelty just wears off after that. So yeah, guys, basically I want to make this short. Basically, if you are interested in this watch, guys, what I want to say is that you go ahead and buy it. I will say that, you know, honestly, and in my personal opinion, I think if you are interested in owning a GMT, watch with a GMT complication at this price range, I would say this is probably the best in the market right now. You get a modern size Tudor that I think competes very well with against its big brother Rolex, which is like the most popular brand pretty much in the market today. And you get, and this is also one of the hottest model in Tudor lineup. And also this Tudor Black Bay GMT is the first GMT watch from Tudor. And then you get the very similar design to Rolex, and then the movement is robust. The design is very beautiful, you know, the bezel very colorful, funky. I think it's very nice. And GMT, you know, very useful complication. And in terms of price, you don't pay like a lot of money for it. I mean, it's still expensive watch, don't get me wrong, but you're not paying like crazy amount of money like what you will do if you are gonna get a Rolex. And then yeah, the only thing that you got to be aware of is just this thickness, guys. But once you get past this 15 millimeter thickness, you're good to go. Other than the thickness, everything else is pretty much, you know, it's pretty much like golden. It's very, very nice. It's that nice. Okay. In my just to close off this Tudor, like this Black Bay, modern Tudor Black Bay GMT, I will say this: if you compare modern Tudor like this Black Bay GMT against a pre-ceramic model from Rolex, I think this one actually, if you're not so biased against, you know, Tudor, I will say that this one competes really well, and probably better than Rolex counterpart, you know, the pre-ceramic model. Okay, if you compare it with like ceramic model like ceramic Submariner, okay, ceramic Submariner will be better, I agree, but the ceramic model from Rolex is also a lot more expensive. But if you're gonna compare this against the pre-ceramic model, like, you know, I used to own pre-ceramic Sea Dweller, I don't feel like I lose anything, you know, by using Tudor. I think Tudor is really, really good. You know, it's, you know, the feeling that I get, the vibe, you know, the features, I think it's pretty much the same, even better, I would say, because it comes with more modern movement, you know, with a longer power reserve, 70 hours against Rolex 48 hours, the pre-ceramic model. So yeah, guys, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just want to make this video just for my own sake, you know, like when I miss this watch, after I sell it, so I can always go back, as you know, to remember it. So that's the purpose, that's the main purpose of me making this video, and also at the same time giving an update to you, my subscribers, about my experience, you know, after owning this for a few months. You know, what do I feel? Do I feel different right now after owning it for like almost 6 months? So yeah, just, you know, just want to give you a small update. All right, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And again, if you like watches, please go ahead and subscribe Bullion Watch channel. And other than that, you know, I'm gonna go out now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.